Okay, my wonderful people of Biafra, we are all welcome this wonderful time, this wonderful day, this wonderful hour. Anywhere you are joining from, I welcome you in the name of Chukukike. Thank you for coming on. You do me a favor just to like this video. As you all know, we must continue to do the needful. There are plenty headlines we will go look into. There are a lot of things happening or that has happened so far. Nolene, the first woman, I welcome you today. Thank you for being here. And any one of us, anywhere you're coming from, you are welcome as well. I welcome you. Do me a favor as you are coming, just like I can see you. Yes, AGK Israel, thank you for liking the video, loving the video as well. So just let's move. Like I said, we'll be going on. There are so many things going on, happening, doing, you know. So I want us to just, well, first of all, I think we'll breeze into our Prime Minister's platform. But before we breeze it, because there is so many breaking news and updates. Breaking news and updates are everywhere. And as we all know, our own breaking news is always for good. Always for good. That's how, whenever you hear it's a breaking news, it's for good. When it is for other people, say they go cry. When other people breaking news, they say not cry. They cry. So I want us, before we continue, we will first of all, there's a lottery that is going on now. The Biafra Republic government is organizing the lottery, and the lottery is going on. So I will beg you to please be part of this lottery that is trending now. Prizes will be won. I'm trying to bring it to the screen. Prizes will be won, and whoever wins, now, as usual, Biafra know the sleep. Whoever win, whatever you win, you get. All right. So no, before we go to our Prime Minister, this is my own now. Where the lottery is share we are not sharing well, enter well. All right, I think there is a lottery here. Increase it, because me don't normal. I like whenever I'm reading anything, everybody will see it clearly. So I'm bringing it fully to the screen. Bringing it fully to the screen. I am bringing it to the screen. But by the way, we know that today our leader, Mazenan Dekano, went to court, and we see all that happened in the court. We see everything, and I don't think we'll have time. Let us just talk about Mazenan Dekano, and maybe Biafrans will talk. And I saw even Mayegu telling people, even talking, hey, I believe we will have enough time to see what Mayegu said about Biafra today. I believe we will have time to listen, so we will understand what is really going on. Sometimes it's good that other people teach you what you really need to know about what is happening to you. Okay. How many is it can come out now? Okay, I believe there is it. Okay, so as you are seeing it, I beg as you just enter, like the video. No, wait, just the like them so that the thing no go break down. You see, the Facebook is just trying. They are leaving it now, small. They don't want to make a show. They don't want anything. They say they don't want to see the face of Simon Ekpa on my handle. but we go anywhere. So the raffle draw, is going on. The lottery is going on. There will be a raffle draw. So here is the raffle. Biafra Freedom Raffle. Biafra Freedom Raffle is a raffle sale in support of Biafra freedom, which will be drawn and the prizes given at the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra in Finland between November 29th to December 3rd. Biafra Raffle Freedom. Oh, Biafra Freedom Raffle. Biafra Freedom Raffle is for everyone. Raffle prices is from $20. Total winning prize is 10,000. 10,000. Total winning prize is $10,000. First prize will be 5,000. Second prize will be 3,000. And third prize will be 2,000. That's total 10,000. For more information, please contact biafrarepublicgovernment.org/raffle. Biafra Freedom Raffle is for 2 months only. Hurry up and buy raffle sell for Biafra Freedom today. Buy for your children and grandchildren. Buy for your relatives and friends. Do your part now, because when we give all our needed support, God crowns us with the Biafra we all long for. Good luck and a happy win. So this is just a way of supporting Biafra cause, so that you understand. Don't say, hey, they do the no. It's just a way of supporting our freedom, so that there will be ways. Everybody will have ways of supporting this freedom. You could put here, and so we will continue to do the needful. Quickly, we open this. I don't know whether they will mama me for this one now. I want you, but we are going. No going back. I just said I will come off for Facebook, come back again, or I will leave them next time. We will see them. Okay, so quickly, as you see for the screen, I want to go to our Prime Minister handle and give us the update before we go to Master Nnamdi Kanu. As you see for the screen,
they are the vandals. You remember that? They are the vandals. I'm giving a few as the president, okay? Because you're not.
Anyway, this is part of the last year's convention. So quickly, let's jump into our Prime Minister's handle, and then we come here is the main cocoa. Where is it? This is the main thing I wanted us. I think it will be better to download it, so that it will be wide enough when reading, so that everybody will see as well. It will be better. Yeah, it will be better. It will be better like that. Meanwhile, Yoruba is crying. The Professor Kintoye came out today to cry that statistics total, or maybe about 29,000 Yoruba people has been pied by the Fulani herders. And I want us to remember that these same Funanis are the same people they told you that they have signed agreement with. They have signed agreement with you. I want you to understand what they tell you. These people no know who die, where they cry for. They don't know. They don't know anything. That agreement, and I just say, may they sign up for you, make it no be say they disturb them. They go do that thing where they want to. They go do that thing where their mind. And I tell you the truth, these people, they are not human beings. If anybody tell you say they be human beings, tell the person saying a lie. They no be humans. I tell you. So quickly, let's see the memo from the from Dr. Levy. Why are you always coming in? Let's see quickly. We don't get time. We come late today. All right. Yeah, very clean and clear. This one, large like this. Okay. Quickly, he says, statement of Dr. Jonathan Levy, attorney for Biafra Republic government in exile. In May 2024, Biafra filed an urgent communication with the main human rights organ of the African Union, the African Commission in Peoples and the Human Rights African Commission, that is the SCHPR, in Banjul, Gambia. The communication detailed and they summarized the extended human rights violation in the eastern region of Nigeria. Well, as detailed in the ongoing Biafra self-referendum, as detailed in ongoing Biafra self-referendum, set to conclude at the end of November 2024, before the commission could meet and consider the Biafra Republic government in exile communication, the executive secretary of the commission, a Nigerian citizen and lawyer educated in Nigeria, summarily dismissed the communication on ground it did not state a case or contain any facts. The procedural rule of the African Commission in Banjul, that's the Court, Peace, and the Human Rights Relation, Human Rights in Banjul, that mandate the executive secretary explain her position and to allow Biafra to amend the communication were ignored. Two further requests for instruction from Biafra to the African Union secretary went unanswered. Biafra Republic government has requested the African Union Human Rights in Banjul Commission to recuse the executive secretary on grounds that a Nigerian citizen and the product of the biased Nigerian educational system, including its elite universities, cannot comprehend the plight of Biafra or its people as they have been instructed from the earliest age that Biafra is never to be mentioned or acknowledged. The Biafra Republic government implores that the African Union does not follow disastrous anti-Biafra position of its predecessor, the OAU, which misused its position to oppose Biafra independence. The genocide of 1967 to 1970 must have been repeated. The Biafra Republic government has attempted to place the matter of human rights and the Biafra self-referendum before the African Union. If the African Union refuses to take up the challenge, that organization must be relegated to the garbage pail of history as a relic of new colonization. Biafra stands firm and steadfast, and as sure as it is rising sun emblem, Biafra will be the beacon for a new Africa, free of neocolonialism, where every man, woman, child can live their lives without fear of government-sponsored marauders, and the voracious kleptocracies which enslave Africans while selling our dearly won resources cheap to the former colonial masters. So now, this is from the attorney, from the Dr. Levy, the Biafra, the Biafra Republic government attorney, that represents, that speaks, that liars, that communicates, that link, that lobbies for Biafra. Like as you see yesterday, that the woman Adola Beodolu something, a Yoruba, the same people was used to push out the letter, the application or petition made against Nigerian government. She trashed it. She trashed them. Is for you to then understand what thing they go on. That is Nigeria for you. Nigeria, they no get duplicate. We will continue to do what we know how to do. That's just the simple truth. We are not stopping at anything. No. Biafra is here. Like it to, no like it to, Biafra is here. That is just the simple truth. Biafra is here. So quickly, we go to the news from our Prime Minister's office, and let's hear the news. Biafra. This one is not on the screen. Sorry. Let me bring it to the screen. All right. Biafra, greet you big. Anyway, I'll be reading it. I trust you know me. You trust me now. I no go give you fake news. It's from Daily Post, and this is direct from our Prime Minister Sando. It says, Biafra, EGBA Group demand the removal of Nigeria representative at AU Commission. Then we come here, let's listen to this news.
Welcome to the Voice of Biafra. I am your host, Elizabeth Chinalo Udogo, and this is your trusted source for accurate news, where we prioritize delivering information concerning the liberation of our nation.
Good evening, listeners, and welcome to this special edition of Voice of Biafra. We bring you breaking news that highlights the ongoing struggle for justice and self-determination within the Biafran community. Breaking news. The Biafra Republic government has issued a crucial press release addressing recent developments regarding their filing with the African Court. This statement comes in light of the Nigerian representative, Abiola Idowu Ojo, who has dismissed the Biafran government's filing, an action that raises significant concerns about corruption and impunity within the African Union. The Biafra government successfully submitted a communication on May 23, 2024, only to receive a response on June 19, stating that the communication would not be seized due to alleged non-compliance with Rule 115(2)(d) of the 2020 Rules of Procedure. However, the Biafra government firmly asserts that this response is unfounded, as the rules clearly outline subsequent procedures that should have been followed. In a thorough investigation, it has come to light that Abiola Idowu Osho, who serves as the secretary to the commission, is not only Nigerian but has also been accused of violating the very rules she amended. This blatant disregard for proper procedure reflects the deep-seated corruption and bias that plagued the Nigerian state's influence within the African Union. The Biafra Republic government is now demanding a clear explanation regarding the procedural failures that led to this dismissal, noting that the Commission has yet to respond to their inquiries. This lack of accountability raises serious questions about the integrity of the processes within the African Union, particularly when influenced by representatives of the Nigerian government. The implications of this situation are grave, as they could escalate tensions in the region. The Biafra Republic government emphasizes that such actions only serve to reinforce their resolve to pursue all available remedies in their quest for self-determination, especially as they approach the critical December declaration. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has reiterated the importance of transparency and justice in these proceedings. He stated, "We will not be deterred by the corrupt actions of a few. The fight for Biafra's rights and recognition continues, and we will ensure that the world is aware of the injustices we face at the hands of the Nigerian state." The Biafra government has taken the necessary steps to ensure that the public is informed about these developments. They have released profiles and documentation related to Abiola Idowu Ojo's actions and the ruling on their filing, underscoring their commitment to transparency and accountability. As this situation unfolds, we urge all Biafrans and supporters of justice to remain vigilant and united. The fight for Biafran liberation is not just a local struggle. It is a fight for justice and human rights on the international stage. We will continue to monitor this situation closely and provide updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on Voice of Biafra, where we stand in unwavering support of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the leadership of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Stay tuned for more news and developments.
All right, we move on. We continue to move on. Like you all know, like me and you know, so many things they on board, and there's so many things continue to board. So today again, I want us to see what happened or what transpired in the court. I don't know if I will be able to be showing us all the videos I am seeing online, but there is the one of Mayegu I wanted us to listen to, because that one of Mayegu have all the details. The way Mayegu explained, talked about it, the things with me. Will I say nine this? It's long, but we'll take some part of it that are good. Yeah.
Them hus- So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
When exposing a crime is treated as committing, hold on. Here is it now.
Onye du IPOB, o meriwo n'Izu, onye ya abakare, mama dawora, una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi bu onye du IPOB, o meriwo n'Izu, ndiro ya abakare, mama ndawora, una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Una pori meri nandi win the war. Python dance.
Okay.
Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly. The injustice, Binta Iyako. You should share this broadcast.
You see, when I'm trying to pause it. Why can't I
For today.
stop?
So welcome to the brunch time with Mayegun, a supposed special edition that is featuring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's,
Okay, now, before we go on with Mayego, I want us to see today's court. Firstly, when you look at the court, when you look at what happened, I don't know if I can read this thing for you. Okay, at a point, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to ask Barrister Aloy Ejimakor to stop defending him, that he have to stand up to defend himself. And he began to tell Binta Nyako that she is biased. Why don't you try me if you have anything? Why are you running around the whole thing? And he told Binta Nyako finally, make you no come close to my case again. Because you don't know what you could do. Because Binta Nyako has been paid or asked to do something by Nigeria system. And that thing which they have mandated her to do is what she must do. She is not going to the court because she wants to carry out any judicial process or no. She is going there because the things she must do have been told, has been jotted down. All she needs to do to go there, open her file and do what she was asked to do. That is Nigeria for you. I would like us to see some of the pictures of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so you will understand what I'm saying. I think we'll have some of it. Yeah, I think we'll have some of it. We'll start listening.
So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial.
judgment.
After all, I'm innocent. They have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
This is Nigeria for you. The same Nigeria that want to try him. In short, let me not talk. Let us listen to him.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going to happen.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you.
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope.
Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more.
Give her the Sugar judgment.
Can you hold this for me?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is
it.
it? Page what is that again?
13.
Where it says
page 18.
all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the virtuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
in violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Because the
Now we get the message that other videos. But before we continue with the other videos, I just want us to understand what is really going on. Are you getting it? Are you getting the message? I want you to get the clean and the pure message. Nigeria is just playing with something they called law, with something they called court, with something they called justice, which means nothing at all to them. People that have no rule of law, people that justice matters nothing to, people that human rights means nothing to, are the people we are talking about. Now, oh God. Hello, now I'm on the line now. I'm Okay, Biafrans, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that breakup. I'm sorry about it. It's an important call that I have to take. So, like I was saying, Nigeria is a place where nothing like law or rule exists. All this while, why I wanted us to listen to Mayego, which we will for some time because the video is long, we will just listen a little bit where it is important, where he made some important points, is for you to understand that many of our people are not seeing what people are seeing from outside. Many of our people are not seeing what other peoples are seeing. If you have a case against Nnamdi Kanu, what is keeping you from bringing that case? Why are you not trying him? Why are you not sentencing him to prison after 3 years, going to 4? You are keeping him. Tomorrow morning you bring him to court. Next tomorrow you take him inside back. You heard what he said. He have told you, you cannot try him because you don't have the jurisdiction. You don't get the power. You don't get them. You can't try him. Listen to this one.
This place where I committed this crime was London, United Kingdom. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself.
They remove it.
I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me.
They removed that London.
Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said. It's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah. Based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the
location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2020.
In violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
The persecution against the Igbos. The persecution against
No, let them give them a fresh one, not the ones. No.
Asked Justice Binta to recuse herself. Yes. Do you have that time on your hands for the case to go to the CEJ for it to be reassigned to another judge?
As long as justice will be done at the end of the day, that's what bothers me. For justice to be done. I cannot be tried in violation of a key provision of the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 36. It's as simple as that.
But now she's saying the part of the topic I'm making reference to was a contributory statement by one of the justices.
The Constitution of Nigeria says any determination made by the Supreme Court is binding on a lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against. Yes, that's correct. It should be implemented holistically. Yes. I'm not against facing any trial. After all, I'm innocent, so they have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what of it is...
We have many of that.
Mr. Kanu, one last question. One last question. With reference to what she has asked earlier, Justice Binta made it known that she's one of the senior judges in this court.
Yes.
What if...
And I have respect and love for her. She knows.
What if this case comes back to her? Because she said no other person...
It is not possible. It is not possible. This persecution of the Igbo people, this orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Very clean, very clear. I believe we got the message. We got the message very clear. Now, all over the media today is Nnamdi Kanu this, Nnamdi Kanu that. Even the newspapers had it. Nnamdi Kanu this, Nnamdi Kanu that. But at the end of it all, the truth remains that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have done what nobody could have done. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has proven to the world that he knows what he is doing, and even went on to tell you that he is there fighting for his people. He said he is fighting for his people's freedom. So people, he made it clear to Binta Nyako that Binta Nyako, you are biased, you don't know what you are doing. Go home and rest. Go and meet your husband at home. You getting the message? I want us to understand that this is the kind of things you will see in Nigeria, you will get in Nigeria, you're going to get. So when somebody is coming to tell you about court, about Nigeria, about a judiciary, there is no Jew, no D, no Re, no Shari, no. Nigeria, when you talk of finalization, that is where Nigeria is number one. If you are talking about reintegrating criminals into police, you see Nigeria, I have a video where they reintegrate out into police, and from the rank of inspectors up. It is there in the news every day that they reintegrate Boko Haram terrorists into the army. They forgive them. They go under what a treatment of 2 weeks, rehab of 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they are integrated, and nobody is even interested in finding out all these people that have been getting reintegrated. Where are they? All those people you have reintegrated back into the communities, where are they? You reintegrate them. Their families are well fed. They are getting monthly allowances. Why the people they displaced, that's the remnant of those from the villages and communities they've taken over, are dying and languishing in IDP camp, and you reintegrate them into military, reintegrate them into customs, reintegrate them into communities, into the society, and give them houses, give them amenities, give them everything. Even above all, you are topping allowance on top for them. Why those? That means Nigeria is encouraging people to go into displacing people to IDP camp, sacking communities, taking over communities. Because once these people go into sacking communities, renaming it, taking it upon themselves, taking over the communities, buying people, leveling the communities down, they will be reintegrated and they will be held. And they say you have justice, you're going to court. We all know that these courts have no power, no jurisdiction, no line, no nothing to stand and say, therefore, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on this. There is nothing. They don't have any piece of anything against Nnamdi Kanu. All you see them do is just to write something and come and talk, because they want to continue. They want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu every day to continue coming to court. 3 years has passed. We are headed to 4. This is just the plan. And this is why we must do everything for this Biafra to come. Because this is our hope, our only hope. The last resources, the last bus stop is Biafra. Both for you, both for me, both for everybody. Biafra is the last resort. I would like us to see Mayego. But first of all, I think we should see Mazenam Dekano. Let's see what the Nigerian newspaper said about him before we let's see what this newspaper is saying. Okay. All right, quickly, the newspaper is saying, breaking, George hands off Nnamdi Kanu's trial over uproar in court. No confidence allegation. After 4 years, after 3 years, going to 4 years, Nigeria has not been able to come up with any single allegation against the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria remains the only country that will go to any length to kidnap somebody in the name of extradition without proof, without evidence, without anything against him. Is until they, because of hate, I will show you something before we continue. There is something I want us to see. Why all these things are happening? Why all these things are going on? Why? Is what I want you to see. I want you to listen to this.
I thought the only thing that we should do was, to create, to break up the, all those regions, and to ensure that, no region and now new states would be too big to be a threat, to the unity of the country.
Are you getting it? No place will be a threat to the unity of the country. Once they found out that you are getting wise, you are becoming intelligent, they caught you and put you in a bush. That's why today they are fighting that our brother Namen for uniting the Igbos. Because when they call some, they put them in Niger State. They call some, they put them in Kogi State. They call some, they put them in Kwara. They call some, they put them in Benue. And when you are there, they tell you you are not Igbo. I see the people of Ikwere telling you in the social media, we are not Igbos. Ask them, what is your name? He will tell you, my name is Shidebere. Is Shidebere what language? By the way, you as an Ikwere person, what is Ikwere? What language is Ikwere? We are Ikwere, we are not Igbo. What is Ikwere? Ikwere already is Igbo. Ikwere, there's something we don't understand. Ikwere, in the olden days, a man will go to a place, and when your papa born you, maybe you nourish 10 or nourish 100, because then people have family. When you grow up, everybody is born a warrior. You go and you find a place nobody lives. You occupy that place, marry your own wives, born your own children. That place become your territory. Igbo is a name. Omambara is a name, a human being name. Asaba, na human being name. Are you getting me? Owere, no, Owere is not a name. So when you continue, so I want you to understand that Ikwere is a human being's name. Ikwere, where is this one? Where we can massacre people. Somebody remind me that place that we can massacre a lot of people during NSAS. Bonnet Camp. No, not Bonnet Camp. Somebody remind me from the comment section, please. In River State, where we can leveled the people down, so many of them. Obibo, good, thank you so much. Obibo is somebody's name. Thank you so much, my brother Chidera. Thank you, Valentine. Nolin Indewo. Obibo is somebody's name. It's just like if it is in old days, if Chidera went and built and where Chidera acquired as his own territory will be known, his children will grow up to answer the children of Chidera, and that is how that place will remain known as Chidera. So when somebody come out and say, I am from Ikwere, I am not Igbo. What is the meaning of Ikwere? You are not Igbo. Is for you to understand how their brain don't rotate. This man here is making it clear to you that the reason why they divide you, this man I'm talking about is what is his name? Go on, Jacob, go on. They are scared of you threatening the unity of their so-called, what they called Nigeria. This is why they went to every length to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, even when he has done nothing wrong, only that he is educating his people about freedom. He's only educating his people about their freedom and their rights. They went to Kenya to kidnap him. They went to Kenya to take him. So this man is telling you today, they are trying to cut Anioma State. Tomorrow, they will tell you, we are not able. Ask him, what is the meaning of Anioma? Good land, blessed land, beautiful land. Anioma, Igbo. Obulisuzo, Igbo. Asaba, Igbo. But he asked them, they say, we are not Igbo. Speak your language now. They speak Igbo. I want us to understand that people has been confused, diverted attention, the negative, the diversities, the evil negative narratives that they are passing to distract, to confuse, to carry out the so-called the unity that cannot be tampered. They are scared. They are scared. That is the only reason why they went all the way to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. And you see our people jubilating, gloating. Where are they today? And many more will go down just for gloating over the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, just for associating with the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So this man is telling you, in other words, whenever they see that you are getting stronger, you are growing, that is what happened in Egypt. If you read the Bible said that it comes a time when the children of Israel were growing mighty. They became afraid and said, these people, if we leave them all, they go take over our land. Let us make them our slaves. Because the children of Israel, anywhere you carry them, go as you took them in exile, they will over go. You hear the Amadu Bello telling you, even if you carry Igbo, make them talk pusher, you go prosper for that talk pusher. Make them dustbin pusher, you go prosper for that dustbin. Make them cleaner, he will prosper and become boss. Even if you put them inside ground to cover up, he go still prosper. So we don't want the Igbos anywhere close. That is what he said. They are scared of you. That is why they have been able to tell you, you are not Igbo. We can say he's not Igbo. Fubra say, I am not Igbo. If you follow Fubra fully, don't be surprised that Fubra is Mobara. As Mwike is Nwa Ike, he tell you is Nyeso Wike. What is Nyeso Wike? Meso Wike. Meso is a name, Wike is his surname. But today, they use English to cover everything. Obibo, they say it's Owibo. They changed everything to make you not to understand where you're coming from. If you talk, they say, okay, in Igbo, what do you call Wike? You say Nwa Ike. You say, but this one is Wike, W-I-K-E. It's not the same thing. They'll change the language. I want me with they understand these people. We go listen to go on again as he tells you that the main purpose of dividing you is to keep Nigeria. Why they began to cut you into pieces? They'll first start with Imo State. They went to Anambra. They went to Delta, Bender State. Then they come to River. They come to Cross River. They started cutting you from your family members. British mindset. So you will not even know who your brothers are. When they wanted to divide or create the Olo state, do you know that somebody was telling you that the map of Olo state, somebody in Ekusigo, I think Ekusigo, somebody that represents Ekusigo came out, a senator, came out and said that he have no hands in it, because even the map of this current Olo state they are talking about cut his own father's house into two. And then the people of Ekusigo stood their ground and said, we don't agree. Is this not how it's supposed to be? Your consent is not needed. Nobody is being consulted. You were not consulted. You will never be consulted. All you know is you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be told you are in Ekusigo state. You are in Olo state. You are in Adazelu state. And you have to go with it. Because they are scared of what you are going to become tomorrow. They are scared of you standing up to challenge them tomorrow. That already made it clear that even if you do not eat, even if you are empty hand, even if they chain you head and leg, you will still prosper. So instead of them to have you, they will go and employ a foreigner. Is it not in the video you listen to every day? Is there? Ahmadu Bello said it. The only way they have to conquer you is by Islamizing Nigeria. Because when they finally Islamize Nigeria, there will be no Igbo again. That is why you see them cutting everybody, cutting people. You are Neoma State, you are Enugu State, you are Abia State, you are Ebonyi State. What does all these things represent? Division. Go and see our people in what do you call it? In Benue State. See our people in Kogi State. They have been separated from their families. They have been separated from our families. And that is one of the major job the Nnamen is doing, that they are now trying to stop him. I want us to listen to him again, and I want us to get the message. The message here is saying that the reason for creating state is to keep Nigeria one. Because if they allow you to become many, you might speak with one voice and overcome them. Listen to him again.
And politically, I thought the only thing that we should do was, to break up the, all those regions, and to ensure that, no region and now new states would be too big to be a threat, to the unity of the country.
For those of you who don't understand what that was, you just heard one of Nigeria's ex-presidents talking about a time when the Igbos, which is my tribe, tried to get independence from Nigeria. Now, what he was explaining is that in order to not let that happen and to keep Nigeria together, he split the place where Igbo people are from into different parts. So he divided the Igbo people in order to keep Nigeria together. Just over 50 years ago, the Nigerian government began to divide the land where my people are from. And now 50 years later, my people still want independence. At some point.
Now, when they come to our region, they are dividing us, creating their so-called state to separate you from one another. And when they go to north and the west, they are dividing them to give them more allocation. Are you getting the message? Go and watch their location. Go and watch FEMA. Go and watch FEMA. Go and find out the FEMA allocation, how they allocate. You'll find out that they give you 20 million. They give Adamawa 100 billion. They give Lagos 300 billion. They give Kaduna 500 billion. When they come to Imo will get 15 million. Abia will get 10 million. Anambra will get 20 million. Bayelsa may get 10 million. Cross River may get 5 million. But Kaduna will get 150 million. Borno will get 1 billion. I want us to understand and open our mentality. But Mali say, in the pity those that cannot see from standing. They divide us to destroy us. And we don't even know it. I would like me to hear Mayego. Where that Mayego? Okay, let me quickly go through this. Make I read that for us. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in court today was fire. Breaking. Judge hands off Nnamdi Kanu's trial over uproar in court. No confidence allegation. You don't have confidence allegation. No single allegation after 3 years. Justice Binta Inyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has recused herself from the trial of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people. They are still using the proscription. Proscribed. They are still using it. Indigenous people of Biafra. But they cannot call Boko Haram proscribed. They can never call ISWAP proscribed. They can never call ISIS proscribed. Rather, they will tell you they are their warriors. Or if they just want to call them bad name, they will call them bandits. Bandit is the worst name they can call terrorists. But they are calling us proscribed. Why we are not proscribed? We are only proscribed by the Fulanese. We are only proscribed by the Fulanese. Fulanese proscribed us. If anybody joins to call you proscribed person, they are Funanis. It doesn't matter if it's your papa or your mama. Anybody is Funani. I tell you the truth. Nnamdi Kanu in the terrorist charges brought against him by the federal government. Daily Post report that the judge on Tuesday opted out of the trial following the outburst of Kanu that he had no confidence and trust in the judge. In the middle of Tuesday's proceedings, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had jumped up from the dock and ordered his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, to sit down for him to address the court. In the uproar that ensued, Kanu took over the proceedings, announced that he no longer had confidence in Justice Binta Inyako, and demanded that she rescued herself. He rescued herself immediately. Although the federal government lawyer Adeboyega Awomolo San objected to Kanu's request, the judge insisted on recusing herself. Awomolo, this is the people you will always use. Yoruba people, they will always be used against Igbo. They are always good in being the instrument in the hands of one Nigeria against Biafra people. Whenever you see any plot going against Biafra people, go and shake the person behind. You say Yoruba man. When they planned to destroy Biafra land by giving them 2020 pass, the brain behind it was Awolowo. When they planned to destroy our sister in Canada, the brain behind it was Yoruba also, that called herself Abikedabre. When they planned to end Biafra from being heard, block Biafra from being heard in the AU Banji court, they trashed out the application or submitted. Who did it? A Yoruba woman. Now, from beginning of this case, beginning of the day they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, all the sons they are bringing are Yorubas, because they are always instruments in the hands of the Funanis against our people. Awomolo had argued that the order to open the trial was in line with a Supreme Court judgment. Justice Binta Inyako said she would prefer another judge to handle the trial because Binta Inyako is tired of being tool in the hands of Funani. She can no longer do it. She can no longer be manipulated. So she is better go out. Let another man come in. Let us see who will come in and they do the biddings of the Funanis this time. We are waiting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he is not in a hurry. They have kept him for no reason for 3 years. Even if they are going to keep him for more 1 year, he is not afraid. They have kept him and denied him food, denied him water, denied him mattress, denied him medical attentions. What has he to lose more? Nothing. The judge subsequently recused herself and ordered that the case file be returned to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, John Soho, for reassignment to another judge. Meanwhile, Kano has been returned to the DSS custody. You getting the message? You get it? If you don't get it, you lose it. Don't get it, you lose it. We have been instruments in the hands of the wicked. But the good thing is that we have come to understand what these people have been using us for. And we are now telling them no more. All of them that were instruments in the hands of these people, where are they today? Where are they today? That is the question. Question that need answer, like what is his name? Ifanyoba will tell you. They ask him, what is the name of your PA? He says it's a question that need answer. you ask one Nigeria governor, if you know the terrorists, why can't you arrest them? He says it's $1 million question you need to answer. Tomorrow we will visit him again, because him also have been accused of having dealings with the same terrorists he's accusing people. Nigeria is a place of not jungle, evil forest. Let's say evil forest. So make we listen to Mayego part of the story as well. Make we just listen.
Illegitimate trial in Nigeria. The man that Nigeria kidnapped nearly 3 years ago, because they said, in fact, kidnapping him, which actually violates the international treaties that Nigeria is part of, as being one.
Of course, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not an Igbo man, the world would have been speaking. CNN, Al Jazeera, they would have been asking, why would you kidnap Mazen Nnamdi? But because he's an Igbo man. I want us all to understand that this will not end with Nnamdi Kanu unless we end it. If we don't end it, it is not going to end with Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow it might end. It might be your turn, because it will always be turn by turn unless you end it. It is endless injustice. Endless injustice. You see our brother in Lagos that is being taken. Those are part of the endless injustice we have been talking about. They have been taken away. Nobody see them. You see our people that disappear every day. You listen to Ifeanyi for confirming that Nigeria Army and Police are taking people to unknown destination, and nobody can guarantee that they are alive. He said that when they carry these people, you go to demand for them, they will tell you they don't have them. So where are they? Where are they? I want us to understand that this evil that is being meted out is going to affect. It's just like a cancer that has affected the body. It is going to affect every part of the body unless you cut it off. If you don't cut it off, it will enter into every part of the body. So the best way is to stop this thing from happening, because it is going to touch everybody. Like play. Enugu Zowani is being the communities are being leveled down, communities are being deserted, communities are being sacked. Like play. And we are waiting for you to get our house. You are waiting for you to get your community before you know that this is true. The people of this Enugu Zone 1 today that are crying, and the ones of Ebonyi State and the Hamufu that are crying inside bush today, even the people of what is the name again? The one that the army went and do, Okwama. By this time last year, if you tell them that they will live inside bush, they will not agree. They will tell you, who are you? Are you mad? They go ask you, you do okay? They go say, me they take you, go Yaba left, go treat you. But today it has happened. Because the evil is fast spreading. Fast spreading. Fast spreading. Who would have believed that the people of Enugu will be displaced by Fulanese? And the Peter Mbada claimed to be the Enugu state governor. We go there, visit them, and tell them we will know what to do. Good night. Good night. I'm almost set. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Close it up for me. Thank you. Okay. Night. Love you. I come now. Good night. Good night. I love you. Love you too. Okay. So if you had told the people of Enugu that they will be displaced by Funani by last year, they will not listen to you. Probably they might have been one of those people that when we are talking that Funanis are coming, they are coming, they are sacking people, people are going to IDP, they will tell you no. But today it has happened. And this injustice that is being meted out on Mazenan, Dekano, and so many people that we don't even know where they are. Even the SNDbo in Lagos, they have gotten their own share. What about your own share? This injustice is what everybody must get as long as you remain in Nigeria. The injustice, you must get your own. Is so big enough to get everybody enough dose. You will get enough dose extra. Even you can get triple dose or 10th dose, it doesn't matter. They don't care. You can get the dose and get the dose and get the dose again and again. Because they don't send you. In as much as you are in that zoological evil forest, it will always happen. No matter where you are. You can't run away from it. The only thing to do is to stop it from coming. And that is why we want Biafra. That is why we want freedom. If you do not fight for Nnamdi Kanu, you're done. Maybe you may be the next. Who will stand for you? This is Ndigbo in Lagos that has been detained or that has been thrown into dungeon and forgotten about. If you had told him 1 year ago that a big man like him that used to go with the police escort and siren, I want us to understand what is going on, though. The level of impunity and the evil no rule of law that is going on in that country. This is a man that goes with the siren, with the police escort, siren in police escort. Yesterday, today, the same siren, and they use carry and go through for dungeon, where law does not abide, but injustice abide in the highest place. Somebody they get within at the dog shop. No, what I want us to understand is this, that This injustice is not limited to anybody. It's not limited to Nnamdi Kanu. It's not limited to Ezendigbo. It's just as wide as wider to swallow everybody, like it or leave it. Let us listen to Mayeko.
One of the reasons why it cannot be tried in Nigeria. I know a lot of money has been expended in the propaganda that makes some of you today, or maybe before now as well, kind of blame your miserable existence. The miserable existence that the criminals in Nigeria has foisted on you. You blame that on the Nnamdi Kanu. But it's all right. It's been more than 8 years now that they have been trying to shut him up, shut him down, even kill him. But they have not been able to, other than they have only succeeded in keeping him as a trophy. So today, Nnamdi Kanu appeared in front of the same culpable, Binta Nyako, and he kept his composure, he kept his sanity, and he appeared more audacious in front of the state-sponsored trial. And again, they couldn't really try him. So today, Nnamdi Kanu, which has become should I say Nnamdi Kanu's case, which has become a sort of a conduit pipe for those who are in the DSS holding him. They told us that it actually cost them over 500 million naira every time they have to bring Nnamdi Kanu out like that or bring him to their courts. And every time they bring him out, it all ends in stalemate. Stalemate in the sense that they are trying a man that is innocent of all charges, enough that he continued to defeat them in their own court. I have some of you who are pretty much a sworn enemy of Nnamdi Kanu, or sworn enemy of the IPOB. The people you blame for your miserable existence and the failed leadership that you have in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily rendition from Kenya by the Bukwari's government, who believed that Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB, they are sort of a bit of a threat to the advancement of their Fulani jihadism, the Fulani jihad and the war on the rest of us that they call the infidels. They didn't say that to you before now, and some of you still don't know why they continue to kill the Igbos in Nigeria to cover up what their real intention is. So Nnamdi Kanu can't be tried in Nigeria courts. He got his case up to their Supreme Court, where even the Supreme Court of Nigeria was afraid to actually give justice. They concluded, they agreed that the trial of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal, but they did not have the ball to let him go. So he was sent back to the trial court again. The woman who, for God knows why, or the agenda, why she insisted on sending an innocent man into gallows. They continue to change their charges every now and then, because we all know that the intention is not actually to try him for anything. The intention is to keep him away from the public, and possibly.
The message is being said. The message has been heard. The message has been sent. It's not that they have any reason for arresting him, like I said, or kidnapping him, like I said, or keeping him. I've said this. They don't have reason. It's just to stop him. And that is the same thing they want to do. They want to do to Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Just to stop him. So that everybody will go home. You remember what Malami said when they kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? He said that Biafra has ended. Because the original plan was, we are going to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to buy you all because we have our eyes in your midst. which is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Which is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. In their midst, they don't know. He will be paying them scratch card, internet card. I've forgotten how that Osoji used to say it. Share card. We have to pay a card. We share. I have card. Recharge card. Recharge card. Why are they not sharing it again? No, I am asking a question. Why are they not sharing recharge card again? Because the aim has not been met. When you hear our Prime Minister tell you that he will make sure that their aim and purpose of kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu is useless, and he will make it even more costlier for them to keep him, you don't understand. But now I believe you are getting the message. No more scratch card. No more media warrior or media rats that are coming to attack us. They're all tired and gone because nobody is paying them anymore. They were paid. You see, when you see people that were paid to do anything, you will understand, you will know. They'll be walking. But when you see somebody that is doing it willingly, he is taking his time doing it. That is why the army, Biafran army you see today, you cannot defeat them. And by the way, I want also somebody will say, is it not the same thing that they defeated Biafra army before? They never defeated the Biafra army before. They did not defeat Biafra army. They did not. They stopped the war because the people were being subjected to die in hunger. The British idea. You getting the message? But this day, it will not happen. That Bakassi Gowon dashed Cameroon so that they will block the entrance is now our own. Cameroon cannot take it because it is not their land. Gowon have no right to carry a property of Biafran people and dash it to Cameroon because you want to carry. You heard what he said here? To keep Nigeria unity. To keep Nigeria. And God has kept him alive to see Biafra come. So if you want to hang himself, make it go hang. God will go keep you. You go see Biafra. You go see him. That thing will not they fear. It go happen. All that thing, wall of una they fear. It go happen. It don't happen self-finish. That Biafra that you people are scared of. Keeping Nnamdi Kanu is not keeping Biafra. Keeping Nnamdi Kanu is not keeping Biafra. This one thing you people fail to understand. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a virus that has been passed, that has affected every Biafran. 99% Biafran has been affected by the Nnamdi Kanu virus. That's why you see me here. Even some people that are not even Biafrans, like Mayegu, that are standing there speaking out the truth. That is why you are here listening to me. Because the virus will get you well. It shock you. The virus of freedom, the virus of your identity, the virus of truth.
Kill him slowly. They haven't succeeded in any of this and keeping him away. But every time he appears in their courts, he appears larger than life. So today, before now, the Nigerian criminal system or the Nigerian criminals that you call your legal system in Nigeria, right? They have been looking for all evidence to kind of, jail Nnamdi Kanu. Unfortunately, they've not been able to get any of those accusations stick. Apart from the trial in the media, as well as the sworn and paid mouthpieces to condemn, to condemn the IPOB of crimes that they didn't commit. Except for those, none of the allegations has been able to be proved in their own courts. None. So Nnamdi Kanu is being tried for what they call treason, treasonable felony. And treasonable felony, they're also trying him for, trying to break away from Nigeria. These two are not, the first one, so the second one is not illegal. So want to admit that you want to leave this contraption, you don't want to be part of it anymore. And then they make a move for a referendum and let the people decide if they still want to be part of this contraption or not. The second one, the first one, which is the treasonable felony, is just a make-up charges that they do not have any evidence of. So for those of you who have been following this case, this illegal trial, for years now, it is becoming more exhaustive and embarrassing as well. And this is why sometimes the offer they gave to him, they gave him an offer. The offer was that, could you please just stop the agitation for Biafra just stop it.
Are you listening? You see, when we tell you these things, you don't want to believe. When we tell you these things, you don't want to believe. The only reason why they are keeping Nnamdi Kanu is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never accepted to drop Biafra. Mazi, you remember when Abaribe came out to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu have agreed to abide by any rules stated out or listed out by Nigerian government. Nnamdi Kanu sent Aloy Ejimako, go tell them say na lie you. I only said I will agree to every rule, every conditions me and you went into and signed. Abaribe came out to say that every Nnamdi Kanu is ready to abide by any condition given to him. He said, na lie you. They thought they could intimidate him. He refused to be intimidated. He refused to accept one Nigeria. Take Nigeria, go. Remember the first time he was promised even to the office of vice president. He said, no, I need my freedom. I want to ask you a question. Do you think a bond person could be a president? You will only be a puppet in that office. A bond person, that's you be slave and you believe you are a president. Is it not the same thing we are seeing today? That is why we can say, how can Igbo man own this property? Because he has been designed to be a puppet in the hands of the caliphate against the people of Biafra. Anywhere you see, listen, all these puppets you see, their mission is mission against Igbo, mission against Igbo, because Igbo gets sense. So anything Igbo is against the law. Wike said, how can Igbo man have all this property? Destroy it. Did anything happen? No. Will this happen anywhere? Can this happen any other place? Even in Dahomey, even in Ghana, even in Ethiopia, it cannot happen. Rockview Hotel in Lagos was destroyed. With who? By who? By the same puppet again. The one called Dave Omahi. They destroyed his own brother's property. Is it Rockview or Frontview Hotel? They don't care what you give. They don't care how many people that are employed. I think I've over 2,000 or 20,000 people. I don't know how many that were employed there, minus those that come there on holiday, students that come there to do, you know, all this small job. You come, you have 2 weeks, you come and you do your runs, you go, you come, you do job, maybe you wash plate, you know. It's a very big place. They go, they destroy them because na Igbo man property. All this is to get at you as Igbo. To get at you. They want the Kanu to stop. All these people you see there, Landmark Hotel, thank you, my brother, Vincent Ezora. Thank you. It's Landmark Hotel, my brother. They destroyed the Landmark Hotel. And the only thing you see, baby Hitler of Ebonyi State, of Nigeria, Dave Umahi Dave. Dave Umahi no be today. If you hear what Dave Umahi did to Biafras, you go cry. Dave Umahi placed 2 million per head where you caught, will be Biafra man. Anybody that say I'm a Biafran, 2 million is there in the media. They used the same Dave Umahi to destroy the Landmark Hotel. Those that get job there is not their problem. The only problem they have is that Igbo man owns this. And the man that owns this probably is from the place they call either Edo or they call Delta or they call Bayelsa. But if you look in them now, Igbo man name. So when they want to deal with you, they are not dealing with you because you come from Bayelsa, because you come from Anioma, because you come from Akwa Ibom, because you come from Rivers. No, they deal with you because you are Igbo. That is when your real identity will be at work. But when they want to separate you from me, they will make you understand that Igwere is not Igbo now. Asaba is not Igbo. But when they want to deal with you, they will remind you that you, as a River State man, your name is Nwa Ike and not Wike. They will remind you that your name is Ebereshuku Jonathan. Why did they push him out? Because of that name, Ebereshuku Jonathan. But today, people don't even know. People think it's a war between APC and PDP. No. Jonathan was pushed out because of Igbo man. Go and watch the video I did, our Prime Minister's exposition I showed, I think today, last Saturday. Go and watch the video. You will understand. Now, if you ask me, say I'm not Igbo. But they took away, they pushed you out of the Asorok because you be Igbo. I could listen to my ego.
If you promise us that you're going to stop the agitation and the demand for the referendum of the Biafrans out of the Igbos, especially from Nigeria, you will be allowed to go. They sent their Eastern politicians to talk to him. He didn't budge. They brought in some foreign diplomats or whatever to come and talk to him as well. He did not budge. Then they decided to just keep him. But Nnamdi Kanu himself is a tough nut to crack. He's a very strong man, like nail. They say he's as strong as a nail, right? It couldn't be bent, it couldn't be broken. He's demanding for just one thing. He said, if you allow the Igbos to have a referendum in Nigeria and the Igbos vote to be part of Nigeria and not break away, he will walk away and you will never see him again. But if you think he's the one that should possibly get the, to stop the agitation for Biafra, that even if you kill him, it is never going to change the demand for the Biafra by the Igbos. In all of this, an innocent man has been locked up and we call him the prisoner of conscience. Today, Oyendu appeared in their court and we will go to that court today, among other things that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is also a message to those of you who probably gloat, masturbate in public. Every time Nnamdi Kanu's name is mentioned or IPOB is mentioned, you are quick to jump at it, to spread your falsehood and then propaganda and all the lies that they have told you. You are so kind of like quick to jump at those news. Some of you want him, you actually wanted him killed. Some said that they should lock the prison and throw the key away. But the thing is this, right? Nigeria is not better off. They've made your life more miserable. That Nnamdi Kanu, whether Nnamdi Kanu is out there or Nnamdi Kanu is in there, the criminals who are destroying Nigeria, they've made your life more miserable. A lot of you from northern Nigeria that you believed Nnamdi Kanu, they told you Nnamdi Kanu was a threat to you in northern Nigeria. Now you've come to realize that the real threat to you in northern Nigeria are those criminals parading themselves as your leaders in northern Nigeria. So Nnamdi Kanu has been in their detention for over 3 years, so to say now, right? However, your lives have been more horrible. Your region has been more like bloody. Your women, your children have been captured, raped, sold as slaves. Many of you and your villages have been ransacked, destroyed. More of your people are now living in IDP camp. Those who told you Nnamdi Kanu was a threat to Nigeria, they didn't tell you that they are the real threats to your lives. I am going to get to that part this afternoon. But first thing first, the arrival of Nnamdi Kanu in their court is larger than your court, is larger than your system, is almost like bigger than your country as we speak. You may not have to admit it, right? But this is the man you will want gone, but he's not going anywhere.
Talk about out of court settlement, you wouldn't mind. So, has that made any progress towards that in terms of settlement?
My lawyers have been about to actually tell you that.
But you've been able to meet with them after that particular day.
Have you dealt with this very issue?
No, no.
Which one?
It has to be after court. We can talk about that. We're here for the judicial proceedings.
The political solution now.
Absolutely. We're here for the judicial proceedings.
We're here for the.
We can address the other one.
We'll do that later. And we have written a letter to them that they have not replied. Oh, they have not responded. Yes, they have not responded. I met with Attorney General. So what are the solution? No. And most of them gonna take time to go through some of these documents and then come to the ruling. Go through all the rulings and the judgments. You know we have no case. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a magician. Like a magician. I don't mind. I don't want to problem to me. Not frustrated so that it will not be a
I don't understand. I have to.
Bishop, at least I can see you. Yes.
Even though it's not when it comes to you regularize
careful with what this guy is asking. My lawyer is going to be simple. Then my primary concern is to stop insecurity. And it's like it will stop. Once I come out, it will stop. And they know it. So those keeping me in detention are those that are either benefiting or profiting from insecurity. That's all. Okay?
And he keep repeating that the insecurity in eastern Nigeria will stop the day I am out of this place. Those who are keeping me here are those who are benefiting or profiting from the insecurity that is now enveloping the eastern part of Nigeria. On the 27th of June, 2021, Boko Haram's government, through Malamu, they wrote a memo to the Interpol in Kenya, and they said they were looking for Nnamdi Kanu, and wherever they see him, they should hold him, because they had an intel that Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya to meet with the deadly El Shabaab terrorist group in Kenya. Just like Nigeria suffers from Boko Haram's terrorism, Kenyans have been suffering from the terrorism of El Shabaab from Somalia. So immediately they got the wind of that memo. Nnamdi Kanu that flew to Kenya, arrived in Kenya, booked himself in a place in Kenya, checked himself into the hospital in Kenya for a quick check, and then drove to the Kenya airport to pick up a friend that also arrived in Kenya around that time, was waylaid, ambushed by the Kenyan police, who grabbed him based on this fake intel from Nigeria.
You got the message. It's good that all these things are coming out from people that are not even Biafrans. Because when we talk, most people don't even believe what we say. They planned everything. They have planned everything. And then, because they have surrounded or they have rounded up on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, knowing, listen, Ejiofor rounded up with the governor on Nnamdi Kanu, with Ishina Sanwo-Olu and the rest of them. And these are the same people that knew that Nnamdi Kanu will be in Kenya so time. And before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu could get to Kenya, Nigeria and the Ejiofor and their people have planned to send a message to Kenya and tell Kenya, Nnamdi Kanu will be in Kenya to meet terrorist organization. So we are coming to help you to remove him. Kenyan government is denying, but the truth remains the truth. Kenyan government denied, but this is just the truth. When you hear our prime minister tell you that he look into the mirror and he see that the Ejiofor is the evil eye in IPOB for Nigeria. No, I like what Mayego they do now. In they do what we don't they do since. And the why I am happy is that Mayego is doing this. Not only Biafrans are watching, the Yoruba Afonjas are listening as well. Those that say Igbos are my problem, and even some Igbos that hate Biafra, some Igbo Afonjas are still watching Mayego as well, so that they will understand the truth, and they know the truth, that they may be free.
And then they held him, tortured him for straight 7 days. And it all ended as nothing. He wasn't in Kenya to meet anyone or any terror group or what have you. It was a fake intel. But around that time, it has become a diplomatic arrangement, a black op. That's a black operation, a dark operation, which was just to help them grab him. That same memo was not just for Kenya. It was for many other African countries around that time. This was over 3 years ago. So Kenya authority were like, we are so sorry. Even though they gave us this intel that you are here to meet with some terrorists in our country, but we found out that you are not. But we can't judge. Then it was like, okay, now that you have nothing on me, can you please let me go? So we are sorry, we can't just let you go. It seems that the Nigerian government is really, really interested in you. In fact, as we speak, there is a private jet from Abuja waiting on the Kenyan airport right now to take you to Nigeria. You are no longer our business anymore, and we are sorry. Whatever it is with you and the Nigerian authority is no longer in our hands. That was how Malamu and others organized the extraordinary rendition, which is the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. What did they do? They drugged him, put him in a private jet, and flew him to Abuja. As he was arriving in Abuja, Muritala Nyako, the same woman, was waiting as directed by Malamu. Malamu as well has called the press to his own office as the Attorney General of Nigeria to tell them that yes, we've got him. We've gotten Nnamdi Kanu. Now let me roll it back a bit, just for the sake of those who are interested in knowing the whole truth around this. Apart from the other propaganda you probably have heard, or the one you have been fed many times over and over and over again. IPOB, full meaning of Indigenous People of Biafra, is a non-violent, peaceful self-determination campaign or self-determination advocacy group. Non-violent, peaceful self-determination advocacy group known to more than 180 governments in the world. Talking about 180 countries in the world. However, they were a primary threat, not just to the Fulani terrorists, but to the Igbo politicians, Igbo elites. IPOB was so successful that people were actually walking about with their IPOB membership identification. It's not a secret. It's not a violent. It's not a terror or anything group. The Igbo political class, Igbo governors, Igbo elites, they felt threatened because around that time, the only name in the mouth of more than 80% Igbos, and including non-Igbos who are Biafrans. Here is something you should know. When you hear about Biafra is not just about the Igbos. Biafra also includes those who are also non-Igbos in that same geographical spread beyond the core Igbo land and Igbo-speaking people. That is what the Biafra is, right? So Nnamdi Kanu became the most powerful political figure in eastern part of Nigeria and beyond. So around that time, the political class felt like this guy actually wield so much influence that if for any reason it should decide to want to go into politics, it will bury majority of them like that without spending a dime. People were offering IPOB their money, their resources, and their lives. You know why? Nnamdi Kanu became the first Igbo in a long time to make Igbos believe that whatever conditioning and other stigmatization that Nigeria has placed on them, they are the cause if they accept them. Nnamdi Kanu happened to be the first to remind them that you need to push back. And when you say push back, it is for your own sake and your unborn generation. However, this threat was something that the political class couldn't really take. So they started the plots of cutting him to size. What was he all about? What does he want? Does he want money? Does he want power? They tried to befriend him. They now discovered that he doesn't want any of those. He just wanted the Igbos, right? To be protected, to be defended, and at the same time, to be respected. If you can do all of this, Nigeria will respect the Igbos beyond what they are currently being offered. But to the political class, we don't even understand what you mean by that. So, it is better we do something now. We need to do something now. That aside, to Nigeria, especially the Fulani oligarch, who always listen to his broadcast every now and then, his message was so powerful that even non-Igbos, they were beginning to kind of subscribe to his messages. They were beginning to question things when he now unleashed his expose on the agenda of the Fulanis, especially the one championed by Bokwari and those around him. That was too much for Nigeria to handle. In fact, a lot of people became so worried that if people begin to take this guy serious, Nigeria is going to break up. And it's not just going to be the Igbos, the Biafrans that will demand that. The rest of Nigeria will actually demand for the breakup of Nigeria. Something has to be done. He told us that the Fulanis were coming. The Fulani terrorists in particular, they are coming. That they will be armed and they will be seen.
I want us to listen. No, this one is not even Mazisa Moneba that is telling you. It's not me. Oh. This is a Yoruba man telling us the truth. What we should have known, but we don't know. We fail to know. We fail to understand. Now, an outsider is educating us on what we already know but refuse to know.
They will invade our space. They will demand for the control of our space. If we dare question them, they will kill us. And their leaders, they will protect them.
Have you forgotten that, what is his name? That man that come to represent the terrorist, the bandit, Gumi. Gumi said, do not do anything when you see them. When they come to your community, don't argue with them. Just obey them and there will be peace. That they are good people. Don't fight them. Don't fight back at them. Is it not true? When we talk, people refuse to listen. Mayegu, educate us. Go on.
These were unimaginable, unbelievable things at the time. There are a lot of people were like, it's impossible. This guy must be mad. This guy, something is wrong with this guy. They must do something about this guy. So they started pushing the agenda of he's looking for war. He wants to start another war. He went to America to speak to the Undi Igbos in America, where he was so blunt and the same way, just straightforward. There is jihad coming. they are going to kill our people. They are going to massacre our people beyond what you can imagine. And if all of you are here in America, don't do something now, you will not have anywhere to go back to. Nobody believed that could happen. They thought it was just somebody who is mad, who was just trying to, So many people still have that belief to this day, despite the fact that everything he told us, come to pass. Everything. They still won't.
He told us, that means including himself. Hey, Mayego, thank you so much for this, your broadcast today. You just do your own expose. Mazin and they kind of was shouting, they are coming, oh. He was shouting. Even myself, I was saying, which kind coming? Myself, I was among those that ignored that voice. Which kind coming? How can Funani come from Sahel to take over our land? He was shouting every day, these people are coming. These people will take over. These people will buy. These people will do. Nobody was interested. Nobody wanted to listen. Went to America, went to Europe. Nobody, everybody snubbed him. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. That's the only thing they will use to condemn you. Whenever you are doing anything that is truthful, right, just, they will come out with that narrative. He's a criminal. That is why our Prime Minister have made it clear. Any day, any of you call me criminal, you will tell me what I've stolen from you. And that was when they stopped. Because these people will always use evil narrative to condemn the good thing. Criminal.
Believe that somebody like him is the one telling them. So, for those who are actually behind the agenda, those who are still to bring Ruga to us, those who are going to ask us our land or our life, that we should choose one, those who are still going to tell us that we should learn to live with our killers, they were like, who told this guy? How did he know? Because then it was like unthinkable, unbelievable. You know, like how could, no, that's impossible. They can't try that. Something is wrong with this guy. So it is better is they banked on that and get him away. I mean, take him out of circulation. So we championed that. Igbo politicians, since the Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram and his gang, since they had their agenda, and the Igbos are threatened, the political class are threatened about Nnamdi Kanu's popularity, so it was easier for them to work together. That was why the first people to proscribe IPOB, the first set of people to call IPOB a terrorist organization, they were not Hausas or Fulanis, they were not Northerners. The first group of people to call IPOB terrorist group, they were the Igbo politicians, Igbo elites. And they started funding the media propaganda to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is seen as a warmonger, hateful person, is somebody who is spreading hatred. So those who were sponsoring that, they took their memo to Boko Haram to help them. They said, please help us. We are not supporting this guy. We are not with this guy. This guy is only trying to cause trouble. He just wants to lead us to another war. So Boko Haram, that was a silent killer. It was like, oh, really? Do you want me to deal with him? They say, yes, please do something. Help us. If we don't do something, this Nnamdi Kanu will begin to tell his boys. He will begin to tell others to kill us. To the point that even the deadliest people in Eastern Nigeria, I'm talking about, you can say maybe, cultists and some hardened criminals in Eastern Nigeria, they all have respect for Nnamdi Kanu. They all sit to listen to him. It was more or less like, sometimes they just like, give us the order. Nnamdi, give us the order. And he won't, because his agenda is not to cause war. His agenda is not to cause insecurity. His agenda is to awaken the Igbos, their consciousness, and make them ready for what was coming, right? the politicians were so scared, they ran to Bokwari. Bokwari that had an unfinished business with the Eastern Nigeria anyway, when they said there was no winner, no vanquish in Nigeria genocidal war against the Biafrans. So when the Biafran, supposedly Igbo politicians came to him to help them deal with Nnamdi Kanu, it was like, oh, thank you. Yes, we can do that. How do you want it? How? Because I can send the soldiers in. I can send this in. I can send that in. I know some of you who actually today, ignorantly, or probably because of what you have been fed in the media, who hate, you hate Donald Trump because of the way Donald Trump speaks or talks. It was the same Donald Trump who raised the alarm when he met with Bokwari in Washington. Said to him, hey, Mr. Buhari, why are you killing Christians in Nigeria? Why are you allowing terrorists, jihadists, to be killing Christians in Nigeria? It was the same Donald Trump who invited the escaped or what have you, Chibok girls to America. It was Donald Trump. It was Donald Trump who gave the order that, yes, we are selling you this Tucano jet, but this Tucano jet must never be used in any part of Eastern Nigeria, ever. If you try that, then definitely you'll be violating this agreement. Today, some of you hate him because of what he said and what he's saying and how he's saying things, Abby. It was the same guy, Donald Trump. Because of this terrorism in Nigeria, there no fresh terrorism. It was the same Donald Trump who raised an executive order, right? That the Christians in Nigeria and other parts of the world are endangered people and they must be protected by America. All of that dead the moment Donald Trump was removed from office in 4 years ago. That is not even just that, okay? So they went on. They invited the murderer, Bokwari, to do everything to help them crush IPOB. And so, Malamu, Bokwari, and others, they declared IPOB a terrorist organization, something that even the American government rejected. American government assigned Fulani terrorists as the 4th deadliest terror group in the whole world. But in Nigeria, they are having field day. They were making laws to kind of give them lands, protect them. They still enjoy it today. While IPOB, that never hurt anyone, not a single attack is recorded when Nnamdi Kanu was leading and then it was kind of out there. But guess what? This whole gang up gave Bokwari the license to kill. And of course, today, despite all the news you are hearing about the terrorism in northern part of Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria is the most militarized part of Nigeria today. Eastern Nigeria is the most militarized, terrorized by the supposed agent of Nigeria today, courtesy of the Igbo politicians, Igbo governors, Igbo lawmakers, and the rest of them, right? So Nnamdi Kanu became a target. He must be removed. He must be killed. IPOB must be neutralized. Everyone associated with that, with the name, they must be slaughtered. And they have been slaughtering them. They have been making them disappear, right? In the last 6 years, they have killed and denied this whole killing. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, especially when he resurfaced, when they attempted to kill him in 2019, and they failed. They were surprised. How did he escape? They cornered him. He was in his house. They killed there more than 28 people who were there. Like you can't arrest him, right? They killed over 28 people. Then he kind of managed to escape them. Resurfaced again in 2019 or so. Resurfaced, and they have been after him since then. So when they captured him, let me say, then when they kidnapped him from Kenya, they brought him to Nigeria like a trophy. But yet, they couldn't prove anything in their own court. So the case got to their Supreme Court. In fact, before it got to their Supreme Court, at their own appeal court, the appeal court said, let's be honest, the process of renditioning him, the process of kidnapping him and bundling him back to Nigeria is so illegal that it has brought a diplomatic shame to Nigeria. And that has actually like rendered any attempt to try him in Nigerian courts impossible. So the least they can do is Nigeria, you hear that one? Nigeria must pay Nnamdi Kanu 1.5 billion naira. Apologize to him, put him in a private jet, and fly him back to Kenya where they got him. Now, if they now want to try him, they'll first try and apply for extradition process, which means Nigeria will sue him in Kenya to the Kenyan courts. The Kenyan judges and all that will look at the merit and demerit. If the Kenyan judge now says, yes, you are guilty, you can be extradited to Nigeria. That is when Nigeria can then take him to Nigeria, then try him for anything they want to try him for. Anything apart from that is a pure abuse of legal system or legal process. But Nigeria is a lawless place.
Okay.
Where Nnamdi Kanu has already been tried in the media, and people have already been fed with so much propaganda that they are not asking themselves that if you say somebody committed a crime and you have evidence against him, before you didn't have him, now you have him. How come you are not presenting those evidence?
Okay.
Now, and try him in your own court? There is none. The primary purpose was to see if they could talk him out of it. When Bokwari couldn't, failed, you know what they are now doing? They are now looking for what they call the political solution. In their political solution, they want Nnamdi Kanu to sign an agreement that if they release him, he will just walk away. He will no longer talk about Biafra, and he will no longer come to Nigeria. If he agrees, they will release him right now. Nnamdi Kanu will walk out of the courtroom right now, right away. But the guy was like, it's not in my hand. Because as what we have suffered, in fact, before that, when Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced, after the attempt to kill him, Nnamdi Kanu now no longer call on the Igbo elite anymore. He no longer asks the Igbos in America or wherever they are anymore to come and defend Igbo land. So one day, sometimes in 2020, Nnamdi Kanu, December 2020, Nnamdi Kanu just released this massive video. Nearly 5,000 young men and women, they were sort of displayed as the new security outfit in Igbo land. By then, the Fulani terrorists, they have already started their killings from the eastern Nigeria to western Nigeria to even the core part of Niger Delta.
What this our brother Mayegu is giving us is what I call in-depth analysis of just the summary of how this IPOB began, how ESN started, and they come to this point where we are now. He's just analyzing everything in a short while. If you miss this video, go back. Just because if you are just joining, you know go to understand. Just go back small. Just go back about 30 minutes or 1 hour ago. You will be able to get clue of what we are going through, or what we have been going through, what we have been seeing and listening to. This is in-depth analysis of what happened, how we got here.
This time around, Nnamdi Kanu was no longer calling anybody to come and join hands and do this anymore. He set up a security outfit called the Eastern Security Network. When they saw that sent a serious panic into the hearts of the Igbo politicians again. The Igbo elites, they were shocked. How did he manage to put this number? Where did he get all these people? Oh my God. So that means if this guy really wants to take us out, he's not saying he wants to take anybody out. Oh. He's not even threatening anybody. Oh. But they felt so threatened when they saw the ESN. And the ESN, which happened to be like the forest rangers. You know those they call the forest ranger. They are not there in the city. You can't find them in towns. They are there in the forest. And they have only one mission. One mission. And that is to neutralize any and every Fulani terror group they see in the forest of Igbo land. How could anybody hate that? How could anyone be against that? That was like, oh, we've had enough. We need to kill this guy now. This is it. We cannot let this, you know. Again, this guy that died in London recently, he was allegedly the one that actually provided the private jets they used in renditioning Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. The guy died in London, a few months ago. He denied it, though. In fairness, so he said no, he wasn't the one. Oh, he was the liar. That no, he didn't do it. But allegedly, he was the one as one of the elite and politician that provided the aircraft they used in kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Abuja as his own part of the deal. ESN was then going after the Fulani terrorists, disguising as Fulani herdsmen. And around that time, Bokwari was like, no, Malamu and Co., dead or alive, we need Nnamdi Kanu, dead or alive. So when they got him from Kenya and brought him to Nigeria, they still couldn't prosecute him until he defeated them in their own court. They now sent it to the Malamu now pleaded with this IP court, please don't do this. You cannot let this guy go. There are so many interests that will be disappointed. Can you please just hold him? Let the Supreme Court decide. They took him to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court judgment, which he was reading to them in court today. Partly. Today.
On the lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial. After I'm innocent, so they have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you will be patient for the case to go back and come back to court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going on.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you.
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope. Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more.
Give her the Supreme Court judgment.
Can you hold this phone?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And it's here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is
it.
It page? What is that again?
Where
it says all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the virtuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, the place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it? Yeah, based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196?
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible. Because the Nigeria of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes. Thank you very much.
Simple. I am fighting I'm fighting against the persecution of my people. It's, you can raise all allegations and all trump-up charges and the rest of them. Most of them that you cannot even prove in your own courts. Most of them that are actually against your supposed law in your own country. But in the media, they're pushing different narratives. They're asking for political solution. Their own political solution is for the guy to just stop talking about Biafra. And he's told them, even if I stop talking about Biafra, at this point, people are more awake now. People are more awake now. The persecution still continues. Here you get. And we know that the persecution of the Igbos in Nigeria is not done to them without the consent of the political class, the Igbo political class. They are the most scared. They are the most scared about this IPOB thing. And that is why he said, those of them who wanted to keep him in their detention, they are doing so because him being there gives them some leverage. They are profiting from it. They are gaining from it. And in order to justify why he has to remain there, they are sponsoring different kind of terror group in eastern Nigeria. And their media is always ready to tag anything happening in eastern Nigeria, IPOB. Even when IPOB comes out to say, no, we have nothing to do with this, we will not do this, blah, blah, blah. No, their media will never publish that. Their media in Nigeria will continue to label everything going on in eastern Nigeria as IPOB this, IPOB that. But when it goes to their courts, they do not have the chance, or they do not have the, the temerity to present the evidence that, okay, IPOB is doing this, and now Nnamdi Kanu ordered them to do it. No way. So the reason why they are keeping him is because they just want him to walk away. And that's how stupid they have become. Him walking away is never going to stop the agitation for Biafra. It is not. It's actually making it even more stronger if you kind of pay attention. So, Muritala Nyako has been told to recuse herself. Recuse yourself from this case. You are biased. You are working for the establishment, and there will never be any real justice or any trial. They want him to come and stand trial. Nnamdi Kanu is telling them that you do not have any case against me, and I'm not going to stand any trial. Nyako said if Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to put up any defense, then she is going to go ahead and then convict him. He said, yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm not going to put up any defense. Because all of this nonsense you put together in your book, as your allegations, right? The person that put the whole thing together, where is he today? Where is Bokwari? Where is Malamu? Where are the others? Where is Abba Kyari? Where are they? Everything will still fall flat on his face. Oyendu.
Oyendu, IPOB. Omeri Onendizu. Oneya. Abakare. Mama Daura. Unapuri Meri Nandi. Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Now Python dance 3. Unapuri Meri Nandi. Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Now Python dance 3. Unapuri Meri Nandi. Nnamdi bụ onye du IPOB, o meriwo n'izu iro ya. Abakari Mamanda ụra, unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unu abụghị imeri Nnamdi.
All right, Mayego, thank you so much for making it wide and loud this evening, and we will continue to do the needful. We no get choice, so we no get choice. That's all I can tell you. We no get choice. Anybody waiting saying get choice, well, make it continue. But I want to tell you that the only choice we have, we get, we may have, we may get, is to fight for our freedom, like it or not. I tell you, that's what we have. Outside that, you are finished. Outside that, you are finished. So we will continue to do the needful.
I've lived in Greenland for a very long time. That's right. And I promised Biafra one day, I am bringing Finland to them. To eliminate crime, to eliminate forgery, to eliminate corruption, we need database. So that's what is happening here. This ID card is going to be facial recognition. The Biafra government in exile has contracted one of the world leading identity management company called Junior. On that note, because the Charter of Biafra has been activated, I am presenting to Biafra people today the Biafra Security Administration. The Biafra Security Administration is the portal, is a website, and a department within the Biafra Republic Government in Exile that is responsible for the issuance of national identity card. If you have a fake ID card and you want to apply for Biafra ID card, Jubio facial recognition will not verify you. The reason the Biafra government want to lay this foundation is to prove to the world that we're not part of fraudulent Nigeria. We are not part of Nigeria that live on fraud. We are not part of Nigeria that their president will forge American university certificates. We are not part of Nigeria where a president will be admitted into university as a woman and graduated as a man.
So, my Biafran people, we have to say, I beg, I don't know where you are watching from, anywhere you are watching from. I beg. Now only 100 people don't like this video, and they know better now. They're gonna try like this video. I beg you, they're gonna like the video. They're gonna like them. Help me like the video. I have 500 people that have watched so far. Only 112 people that have liked the video. Like the video. As I end this program this evening, if you have not registered yourself for the Biafra referendum that is coming, Biafra declaration, redeclaration that is about the corner, stand up, stand up, stand up. And if you have not registered for your ID card, still stand up. Do something. It's no longer a joke. This is no longer a joke. For those people that think that this is not joke, no be joke. I must tell you the truth. It's not a joke. If anybody thinks this is a joke, forget them. That person there joke himself. That person be the joke. This is not about a joke. Okay? So Biafra is here already. Biafra is here already. So I will say thank you so much for being part of this program this evening. Thank you so much for being part of this program this evening. And I will stop this program here. I have to end this program here. So until we see again tomorrow, I will say thank you so much for watching. And I will say bye for now.